So, the beginning of the semester, the first semester, we started by building lamps, which Wally used to do in the old days. I don't know, some of you probably remember. This happens to be, these were the ones that I showed the kids before we started. This is actually what my daughter did when she was younger. So we've had these at home forever. And they actually do work. But this is the clocks they do next. And they actually work too. They have a mechanism on the back. And then we built breadboards, which Rio brought hers into. This is just the one that I used as an example, and they had to duplicate it. So, and what we did is, with the lumber I got from, which we don't have the best lumber, but the lumber we did get from Ark Valley was, I think we got a really good deal. It's cheap lumber, but we took 3 pieces and we joined them together. And then they used a piece that I made, and they cut theirs out with the bandsaw. Used the drill press to cut the circle, and we tried to mix the grains a little bit to make it look nice, but it's about all we got to work with. And then, you want to show them, Rio, your reindeer? We did this around Christmas time. So very easy, I don't have to buy lumber for that, I just go cut down a tree.
I got one in the backyard if you need it.
Do you? I might for next year. I guess what we try to do mostly, I mean, a lot of these kids have never picked up a hammer. You can tell the first time they grab it, they're grabbing the neck and they're tapping it. So I guess it's just the basics we're trying to teach them. And, safety is the major thing. The beginning, we spend about 5 weeks going over safety on each machine. So, and that's kind of been the issue this year is when we first got there, the whole shop was just jammed full of junk. And so we've kind of cleaned it out and made everything safer to use. But there's still some things that I won't let them use because they aren't really safe. For example, our table saw, it doesn't have the riving knife on it, so when boards go through it, it's prone to kickbacks because when the board goes through, it doesn't separate, and the board tends to want to pinch back together. And when it pinches on the blade, it tends to kick back. So I don't let them use that. Let's see, the bandsaw, we took the blade out of it because it has a guard on it that's not really a guard. It's kind of rebuilt, so as it's running, it actually exposes the blade, so it's dangerous. So we just took that one out. We have had some donations. Herb Pearson, Tina donated his drill press, which was really nice. Bill donated some wood. Who else? Tom Graham donated wood glue, and so we've got a lot of stuff donated to us too. But did you guys have any questions?
How many kids told?
12 first semester and 9 this semester. That's why he's been a super help because 12 kids I could have never done it myself. It's kind of nice.
And he was just junior high.
Okay.
It's mostly 7th graders.
I know, speaking from watching my dad over the years, he started in the wood shop and when he was junior high or whatever. And I told Dave, he brought that up, that lock. It's actually a working lock made out of
I
wood.
couldn't believe that.
And, you know, he's kept on going all these years doing woodwork. So I wanted your students to see that and say, okay, this is your next project.
So other than the 2 pieces of equipment that you just described as being unsafe,
Which were table saw, bandsaw.
what else are your needs?
We have a spindle sander, oscillating spindle sander. It spins, but it also goes up and down. so you're not sanding in the same spot all the time. And the oscillating part doesn't work anymore, so it just spins and they wear out one part of the sandpaper and it's ruined, so. I looked into fixing that. It's a plastic bearing inside that obviously just wore out. But the bearing itself, even though it's plastic, it's $50. And the whole machine is probably $150. So. Oh, there's another student.
Sorry.
Trinity, this is your clock?
Yeah, this is my clock. Her hands popped off.
Oh.
It's cute.
And we had one student who, on their breadboard, they actually used their family brand, and they branded it. It looked pretty cool. Turned out really nice. Someone on their lamp, they used horseshoes and made a circle around with horseshoes. So some are really neat, some of the ideas that they come up with.
So what else would be beneficial? How else could you expand what we're doing right now? As
In the
far as
future,
equipment? Yeah.
or equipment,
Mhm.
well, right now we have 3 hammers and 12 kids. It's pretty hard to do stuff with 3 hammers and share it. You know, it's like everything, you know, we don't have enough clamps, and the clamps are older than dirt, and half of them don't work right, so. We did take, I don't know if you've ever seen the tables in the shop.
Mhm.
They've probably been there for, since the beginning.
Before.
Yeah. And they weren't even level anymore. They had holes in them and painted all over. And I took the tabletops and I flipped them upside down, filled all the holes, which there was at least 100 in each table. And the kids then, we filled the holes and they sanded it down and it looks really nice. So there's a lot of little things that we need. I mean, we need machines too, but they work. I just can't let them use some of them, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
There's guards that need to be replaced, and blades on all the saws that need to be replaced. There's just a lot of
Have
maintenance.
you put together like a list or?
I could.
Okay. I would like you to.
Okay. You do that?
Yeah, we were just busy about that, making the list
Okay.
to see what we can get.
We could definitely do that.
You know, the other thing that I think would be helpful is, you know, especially like some of the hand tools and stuff that you're needing on your list, if you can kind of separate them out, so, you know, maybe people can make a donation of
Small.
what size, how heavy, you know,
Okay.
handle length, that kind of stuff.
Right, I got that.
Yeah. You know, I mean, people find them in different places, maybe they can pick them up for you, and, you know, if you don't know what you need, it's kind of worthless to buy it, but,
True, yeah.
so.
Like I said, there's just, everything there is old. And
He
It
said
might
that-
work
he
still.
seriously said that looking at me.